Hi everybody, it's Dandruff with your news cartridge for Thursday, September 15th, 2016. A huge ban wave swept across CSGO today with over 11,000 accounts facing the ban hammer. Resident Evil 7's demo was updated today, adding more content, but the scariest thing of all is the price of the special edition. It will be raised by $10 US, making the MSRP $89.99. Wow! Moving on to Battlefield 1, over 13 million different people took part in the beta last weekend, making it the largest beta of all time. Congratulations, EA! However, the owners of Bioshock Collection aren't celebrating because for some reason, streaming of the game is being blocked by native DRM. 2K Games is not sure why this is happening because they did not impose broadcasts of the game to be blocked and are looking for a solution. In a survey conducted by Quantic Foundry, it showed both men and women who play games become less competitive as time goes on. Maybe that's why as I get older I just want to play more and more Minecraft. And shown at Tokyo Game Show today, Capcom is producing a live-action Monster Hunter movie. For our first release announcement, I'm sad to say South Park: The Fractured But Whole has been delayed until sometime first quarter of 2017. Part of me thinks they wasted a bunch of time on that dumb Nautilus Rift thing. Digimon World Next Order for PS4 that I mentioned yesterday is indeed real. Bandai Namco announced today the PS Vita game is being ported to the current gen. The Division got patched today and applied a ton of bug fixes and balance changes. To find a link to the full patch notes, please see the description down below, as well as links for sources for all of today's stories. Coming to PC is Dead or Alive Extreme, and I can't wait for modders to get a hold of that one. The first expansion for Stellaris has been announced today called Leviathans, and is coming sometime before the end of the year. A PSVR game called Battlezone has been revealed by Rebellion, and it features 4-player co-op. I can't wait to see more multiplayer VR games. And then RPG Maker will have a version to create mobile games coming later this month on September 25th. And finally, the Battlefield 4 expansions I mentioned yesterday, which EA is giving out for free, has been extended to all platforms, including PC. If you've got a jailbroken or unlocked cell phone, you might not be able to play Pokemon Go anymore. Find out what Niantic changed today on News Cartridge. All my questions about NVIDIA's first Pascal line of graphics cards were answered today with the leak of the specs of the GTX 1080 Ti. Yes, indeed, it seems a Ti is coming, and while it did answer all of my questions of what, it brings up new questions of why. Now remember, with all leaks, this information is just a rumor, but it should be here by the end of the year, and the biggest shocker of all is it will not use G5X, the improved version of GDDR5. It uses a stripped-down version of the same GPU the Titan XP uses, and the same amount of RAM as the original Titan X at 12 gigabytes. It really seems more similar to the Titan X to me, with just Pascal architecture. At the price point of around $800 to $850 US, that's just outside the price point I'm willing to pay for a graphics card, and that's exactly as expensive or more expensive than the 780 Ti when it first released. And while I do understand why they did this, the way they did it is very confusing to me because the 1080 will have a higher memory bandwidth, but the 1080 Ti will have a bigger frame buffer with a faster core and more CUDA cores. All I have to say is pay very close attention to the benchmarks on this one because I have the feeling that the 1080 will beat it on some games. Pokemon Go is up next, and we're going to focus on two things, the new update and the Pokemon Go wrist accessory. The update has many trainers upset because if you have a jailbroken phone or unlocked phone, you can no longer continue to play the game in its current state. The only way to get around this is to revert to a version earlier than 1.7.0 for iOS and 0.37.0 for Android. The obvious downside to this is no buddy Pokemon. Apparently Niantic did warn people about this, but it still begs the question of why? Having a jailbroken or unlocked phone is not illegal, and in fact, it's well within your rights as a consumer to modify your property however you like. I'm not really sure Niantic's motivation on this one, and it has many people upset and asking for a refund because of it. Another questionable move is the Pokemon Go Plus wrist accessory, which releases tomorrow. As it turns out, the device only uses the standard Pokeball to try to catch Pokemon. Once you run out, it will not switch to Great Balls or Ultra Balls, and blink red that you're run out of Pokeballs. Not sure if this is a design flaw or a feature, but I'm sure this can be fixed if it's not acting the way it's intended. Are you getting the Pokemon Go Plus? Let me know in the comment section down below. And the quick spot is a trailer for Final Fantasy 15 from the Tokyo Game Show going on right now, and Holy crap! Do you see how good that looks? Square has always been one of the best animators of human faces, but they've really outdone themselves. While a lot of what is shown are pre-rendered cutscenes, most of what we see is in-engine footage, so it should be very similar to how the game looks while playing. I am blown away by the amount of expression shown in the faces, the body language, and the lip sync is just perfect. That was a flying car! Holy crap, you can get a flying car. That was a flying car. To view the whole trailer, please see the description down below. And don't forget, Final Fantasy 15 releases on November 29th later this year. Finally today, I had covered earlier in the week the NESBox, a full NES emulator that had gotten certification for Microsoft's Xbox Marketplace. Microsoft then denied it from fully releasing because not only would it be playing a competitor's games, emulators and ROMs are in a legal gray area, one I'm sure that Microsoft doesn't want to be in. The creator of the emulator has found a workaround in order for people to still run the program on their Xbox One by creating an HTML5 version. By running it from a website rather than a local application, it's not violating any of Microsoft's rules, though Nintendo probably isn't happy about it, and more than likely they're going to shut it down if they're able to. So as always, if you want to run an NES emulator on your Xbox One, there's a link to it in the description down below. Well, wouldn't you know, it's time for tomorrow's game releases. For PC, Adventurous Life VR, Chaos of Hearts, Lou Pulsifer's Doomstar, Dropout Zero, Tank U, Eclipse, New Dawn for the Galaxy, Mamanga Pinball Adventures, Pandem Online, True or False, Flow Match, Diaries of a Spaceport Janitor, Super Jaguar, Tennis Elbow Manager, Autumn Park Mini Golf, Dragon Bros, Tribal Apocalypse VR, Lord of the Seal, Diamond Joyce and the Secrets of Crystal Cave, Galactic Storm, and Stay Close. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been News Cartridge. I am Dandruff. I will see you tomorrow. And why couldn't the pirate learn the alphabet? Because he always got lost at sea.